What up, y'all? I'm Steve with Elevate Presents, and this is
Teresa,
the lovely Elevate doll. But hey, we're all flipped up in different shirts. What's going on? Well, dolls are awesome. So, as a guy, I want to support the dolls. And I freaking love pink.
me too.
It's awesome. So today, we're going to talk about the art of vaporizing. I've been talking about this for maybe about 12, 13 years.
Long time.
Yep, long time. Over, about a year ago or so, put together a page on elevatepresents.com. Go check it out. And it's called The Art of Vaporizing. And there I put together all the cannabinoids. There's about 140 different cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, all mixed up. And there's more stuff in there, but these are some of the things that they know about and I was able to actually get and find. I didn't really do any of the research. I just gathered it and put it into one home and made it more easily accessible. So there's two things that I consider about the art of vaporizing, and A, getting the right temperature to get the full spectrum. With that said, really you got to take it to about 428 degrees to get full spectrum vaporization. Anything lower and you're going to basically miss out on two big giant ones that you may or may not know of, and that is THCV and CBC. Those both vaporize at 428 degrees. Cannabis combusts at 450. So therefore, if you are not getting your herb dark brown, you are not doing a full extraction. Now, that's okay if you actually eat your duff or ABV, because that's going to leave those particular cannabinoids inside of your duff. And then when you eat them, you'll get them that ways.
Okay.
So I've seen people say, hey, once it starts turning light brown, they throw it away. Well, light brown, you're not even getting it that hot. How do you know what temperature it is on a Silver Surfer? I don't really care what temperature it is, because what that says or what it is, and I know that sounds ridiculous, I don't care. I absolutely 100% care. What I don't care about is what this unit tells me, because it's all bullshit if it's telling you something. For whip style vaporizers, for sure, 100%, because your inhale speed has so much to do with the vape temperature. Again, we're back to the art of vaporizing, like wine tasting or coffee or a lot of other things that people develop palates, even caviar. I've never really had caviar. It doesn't seem my thing, but a lot of people love it. And from my understanding is that too is an acquired taste. When you acquire the taste, you fall in love with the taste. But you must acquire it. You must develop a palate. You must get those things. Otherwise, you can't know what it is.
Gotcha.
I believe that's why parents give their babies as many different fruits, vegetables, and things so they can develop a palate and know what they like or don't like. So, talking about the art of vaporizing, one thing about it, we'll quickly go over like temperatures and stuff, because to me, while that's very important, to me, the art of vaporizing is more so the flavor. I think, the end result is where we're going to, we know where we're going to, but it's the journey that gets us there. And it's really the flavors and whatnot. And I think that's why people move to the dabs, is because they have an undeveloped palate for vaporized cannabis, and so when they get the dabs, they get the first hit and the terpene hit, and so they're used to that flavor now. But there are so many flavors in cannabis that come out differently of different strains as you roast them. So again, the art of vaporizing, much like wine or something, I would assume. I'm not a wine connoisseur, but I do know some out there. Check out Maynard, from Tool. He is a wine connoisseur, and this cat gets to make them some cups. Yeah, I'm special.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. But so, talking about the wine, that transition, I've heard people say, oh, they can taste, if it was dry or cold or whatever through whatever, and grapes have so much different stuff in it. Complex fruit, and I don't know how that all works, because I haven't developed the palate, and I don't want to say I am, but I have developed the palate for the vaped cannabis. So, we'll talk about the infamous THC in cannabis. That vaporizes at 315 degrees. So no, you don't have to get your herb dark brown to vaporize that out of there. That's going to be a medium roast, I'm going to call it. So it's a medium brown. more so like what we have in here. I like to get mine dark brown. But then we have, so then there's the next infamous one that everybody's talking about, the CBD that's going to save all our lives and everything. And while I agree it's a great cannabinoid, I don't think it's all it's wrapped up to be in the all curable, wonderful thing that's out there.
Okay.
Is it wonderful? It's absolutely wonderful, and I think it's good for us. I don't know if it's the cure-all, and from what I'm hearing, everything that's out there, it's just wow. But that CBD vaporizes at 356. So a little bit. Then we got like THCV and the CBC. Nobody even talks about those. Those vaporize at 428 degrees. Then you have CBN, and there's a lot of different CBNs, but they all vaporize at 365. And then we go down to some terpenes, and for instance, you got pinene and then myrcene. Hopefully I pronounced those right. I'm not great at English, but the pinene, that vaporizes at 311. Hey, that's a really cool band. And then myrcene, which vaporizes at 334. And then there's lots of terpenes in there, flavonoids, cannabinoids, obviously your THCs,
Right.
tetrahydrocannabinols, or something like that, right? Bullshit. I don't think I'm bullshitting you. But so those are the temperatures. Check them out again at Elevate Presents, and look for the article, Art of Vaporizing.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and vaporize this up. This was some wedding cake that was given to me by a local grower here in Colorado Springs.
It looks like cannabis to me.
Yeah, it's cannabis. All the strains.
Wedding cake.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to go with
unless
this.
they made a wedding cake like that, it would be delicious.
Yeah. You talk about that and like, we'll say I got White Widow, and then I got seeds from the White Widow. Just so you all know, those White Widow seeds are not at all going to be identical to that White Widow mother because it was bred with a father. And even if you go ahead and take into consideration that he hermaphrodited that female and got it to produce some pollen with XX chromosomes, you will get feminized seeds. But again, you just went into the realm of what's that in DNA, where you got your recessive and your not recessive, but dominant genes.
Dominant, yeah.
So they're still going to battle out like that, and then the seeds from that one mother that produced its own pollen will still have babies that are all different. Go check out any parent, no parent ever had two children the same. Even when they're identical twins or triplets, they are not the same. They're different. So therefore, I call bullshit. If you want a true strain, you got to go back to the original strain that somebody decided to name, and only that person has that true strain left unless they cloned it out.
Wow.
This is what I consider true facts or bullshit. I think we're bullshitting, but that is not bullshit. So we're gonna go ahead and load this up. This is our new wand that we just kind of redesigned up here. It's an all glass pathway. It does have a little metal screen there, but that's the only way you're really gonna get a lot of airflow. We do have glass screens and we can do that. And you can also use a flavor disc to use as a screen. But we're just going to use a regular screen here, and I didn't think I would like this because I don't hook it up to a water filter, but it really allows me to get fresh, good hits in there and whatnot, and taste the rainbow. So we're going to load that up.
Mm-hmm. Just suction it right in.
So just suck that up, and well, I guess.
Go for it.
Okay, I was going to give it to you, but you said go for it before, so thank you. Ladies first. We're going to call this the lady's shirt.
Yes.
I'm not a lady, but I'm the lady's shirt today. So
Since you're wearing it, you go first.
yeah. So there's the art of vaporizing. Flavorful, yummy, good. I do like to stir my bowl up in between hits. So I can go ahead, let me do that for you. Do that, and then each time I look in there, I like to look. Is it dark brown, light brown? However, do I need to turn up my unit? Do I need to slow my inhale? All kinds of different things. That's the art of vaporizing. Find out what works for you. Just really cool like that. So your first hits, your first hit on vape is going to be weak because you got to get it up from room temperature up to vaping temperature. Your second's bigger. You got to heat the glass up. That all becomes, one thing with all the thermal dynamics and everything. But yeah, and then as you roast, you're going to taste different flavors. Each strain, it's going to have its unique flavor at the beginning, and then it's going to get it to a roasted flavor with an undeveloped palate. You're going to say, oh, it starts tasting like burnt popcorn. Well, I'm going to say bullshit on that. It might taste something like somebody with an undeveloped palate might think it tastes like burnt popcorn, but absolutely farfignugan bullshit. I'm going to call it on that because it's not corn, so it can't taste like popcorn. Pretty sure that's what roasted cannabis tastes like.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Much like roasted coffee tastes like roasted coffee. Roasted nuts taste like roasted nuts, right? If you've all ever eaten nuts that haven't been roasted, they don't taste nearly as good as
raw nuts.
Raw nuts taste like crap,
Ooh,
I think.
Right.
But
yeah, it's definitely a nice palate enhancer.
yep, look into there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but not dark brown. So obviously I knew where I was going to set this at. It's about the same for me. I found my sweet spot. It's good. Towards the end, I will start inhaling slower so I can start getting some more roasted stuff out of there. Really, it's whatever you like. That's why there's so many different things out there, whether it be herb, beer, whiskey. There's so many alcohols out there. They all taste different. People like them differently. Cannabis.
Right.
It's not just about the cannabis, but it's how you consume it. Smoking, people that are connoisseurs that smoke, let's have a discussion about that, because I'm going to say bullshit on that, because if you're smoking,
you can't taste it.
You can't taste it. Maybe you kind of get a taste on your first hit, but after that, I'll taste like same burnt pot.
You're right.
Cannabis, each strain tastes different, especially as you roast it down the spectrum.
Yeah, I love the way the flavor changes through the vaping process.
Yeah, that flavor right there, totally different than that last hit. Another thing when you vaporize, what you can really do is like what I like to do is inhale it through my mouth, let it go over to the tongue and whatnot, and then exhale through the mouth. But then after I've exhaled, you might have like a little bit of residual vape in your lungs, and I go ahead and do a quick little out my nose. And that allows like a little bit more of the vapor to come out the nose, and then combined with those receptors in your nose and then your receptors in your mouth,
right,
that truly really is how your taste works. It's not just taste. It's not just smell. Like your taste and your smell, they work as one thing, as a combination type thing.
Right. I think cigars are like that too.
I think everything you eat, whether you smoke, whether it's anything, it also includes the smell. So that's why people are like, oh, if you don't like it, close your nose.
Right, and then you can't taste it, they say.
Well, you can taste it.
Oh yeah,
but
I can.
You can't taste it the same.
Okay.
Because your nose amplifies it. I believe. Maybe I'm bullshitting. Maybe I'm not. I don't believe I'm bullshitting though.
I don't know. Liver always tasted the same whether my nose was plugged or not.
Yeah, same here. I don't like it either way. And I think no matter what, you still got a residual smell in the air from that liver,
Oh, right.
And your taste buds still work. So, man, see, and then after a little bit, blow up my nose and and I get a little, I don't know. Just breathe out your nose real slow.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds weird, but you get a lot of flavors there. Another thing I noticed that me and Teresa do a lot is we'll take like 2 hits each.
Yeah.
Especially if you're bullshitting in between, it cools down. So you got to reheat it up and then get another one. Towards the end, you got to get it hotter. So you need maybe another hit.
Right. Yeah. You do have to get a little bit hotter. And I love that we can both get a first hit. It tastes the same, like without, Anyway.
With like a bowl, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I did, you seen me here, I turned it up a little bit because I want to get a little bit darker, and I noticed that
Pepper.
it is tasting a little more spicy, peppery, hotter. It's not really hot, but it's totally different flavors that are coming out. And I don't know, will I smoke a bowl? Absolutely. I make bowls. I love making bowls. I love using bowls. But if I'm going to truly experience cannabis, there's no other way but vaping. It's why I make vaporizers, because I love vaping so much that I had to make something that worked well. I had to learn glass because I needed glass for the most ultimate clean experience. Glass is clean. You can put it in your body and you can live with it in you. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Did I just say that?
Well, isn't it the same way if you would drink sand? That's kind of like drinking glass, putting glass in your body.
I wasn't saying drinking glass. I was saying putting glass in your body.
Oh, I thought you were going to drink it to get it in there. How else would you get it in there?
Surgically implant it into my body.
Oh. Well, I could help and just like push things in, right?
So yeah, that's not much darker, but the vape's getting low. I'm getting done, I think.
I'm good.
Yeah. So we got this little thing right here. We're going to save that ABV.
Ta-da.
Call it Duff. Save that Duff. And it's good stuff. Save the Duff. It's good stuff. So I'm
Poet didn't even know it.
Yeah, look at that. So is Teresa. I think that's it. That's about the art of vaporizing. Again, check out elevatepresents.com. And that's ELEV8, as y'all know, elevate. Live a higher state of mind, body, spirit. Always try to do better. Freaking A.
All right.
Yeah.
But it's snowing outside, so we should probably get ready to go.
Yep. Peace out, y'all.